Smith's life was not chaotic. It was organized, predictable, responsible, and that predictability felt safe. But safety can become sedation, because comfort doesn't always protect you. Sometimes it prevents you from growing. Smith didn't feel broke anymore, not in the obvious way. He had margin now. He had control. But something subtle was still happening. His lifestyle was expanding quietly, not dramatically, not recklessly, just gradually. A better phone plan, a slightly nicer apartment upgrade, food delivery, just this week. Subscriptions he barely noticed. None of it looked irresponsible. That's what made it dangerous. Because the threat to financial stability isn't always overspending. Sometimes it's unexamined comfort. Smith started noticing a pattern. Every time income stabilized, his standards adjusted upward, not because he needed more, but because more felt normal. And normal is powerful. Normal doesn't feel like a decision. It feels like identity. He wasn't trying to impress anyone, but he was trying to avoid discomfort, and avoidance has a cost. Comfort spending is rarely emotional. It's rationalized. It saves time. I deserve it. It's not that expensive. Individually, those statements were true. Collectively, they built a ceiling. One evening, Smith reviewed his monthly numbers again. He still had surplus, but it was thinner, not gone, just compressed. That compression felt subtle, like tightening your belt one notch without realizing it. Nothing was wrong, but nothing was expanding either. And that bothered him, because growth requires space. He realized something uncomfortable. He had replaced financial stress with lifestyle maintenance. Earlier, he reacted emotionally. Now, he reacted habitually. Habit is more dangerous than emotion. Emotion feels chaotic. Habit feels justified. And justified spending is invisible spending. Smith asked himself a different question this time. Not, how much did I keep? But, what am I maintaining? That question changed everything, because maintaining a lifestyle consumes energy. Better furniture, better clothes, better dining, better convenience. None of these were bad, but they required constant income to sustain. And dependence creates fragility. He imagined something simple. If income paused for 3 months, what would feel heavy? Rent, manageable, groceries, necessary, subscriptions, negotiable, upgraded habits, questionable. He saw it clearly. Some comforts were foundations, others were decorations pretending to be foundations, and decorations are expensive to defend. The next few weeks weren't dramatic. He didn't downsize his apartment. He didn't sell everything. He didn't disappear socially. He adjusted quietly, canceled 2 unused subscriptions, cooked 1 extra meal per week, delayed 1 upgrade he planned to make. That was it. Small contractions. But those contractions created expansion elsewhere. His surplus widened again, not because he earned more, but because he refused automatic upgrades. Lifestyle inflation is subtle. It whispers, "You've earned this." And sometimes you have. But earning something doesn't mean you must permanently absorb it into your baseline. Baseline determines pressure, and pressure determines decision quality. When your baseline rises too fast, your flexibility disappears. Flexibility is financial oxygen. Without it, you suffocate slowly. Smith noticed something interesting. The less he tried to upgrade his life, the more stable it felt. The less he chased comfort, the more comfortable he became. Because comfort built from control feels different than comfort built from spending. One is external. One is structural. External comfort requires maintenance. Structural comfort creates resilience. He walked through the city one evening. Same lights, same restaurants, same advertisements promising better versions of everything. For the first time, he didn't feel behind. He felt neutral. Neutral is powerful. It means you're not chasing. You're choosing. He understood something deeper now. Wealth isn't built by dramatic sacrifice. It's built by resisting silent expansion. Every time income increases, you face a fork. Upgrade your lifestyle. Or upgrade your stability. Most people don't consciously choose. They drift. Drift feels harmless, but drift compounds. Smith wasn't extreme. He still enjoyed life. He still spent intentionally. But he stopped equating progress with visible improvement. New doesn't always mean better. Bigger doesn't always mean safer. More doesn't always mean freer. Sometimes more means heavier. At the end of the month, he reviewed his numbers again. The surplus wasn't massive, but it was consistent, and consistency is more powerful than intensity. He felt something different this time. Not relief, not excitement, control, and control removed urgency. When urgency disappears, you think long-term. When you think long-term, you build differently. Smith didn't downgrade his life. He stabilized it. He stopped letting comfort expand faster than capacity. He stopped confusing convenience with necessity. And that shift created something subtle. Breathing room that didn't shrink. Margin that didn't evaporate. Calm that didn't depend on income timing. He understood now. Income growth without lifestyle discipline creates illusion. But disciplined retention creates leverage. Leverage creates options. Options create quiet confidence. And quiet confidence doesn't need to be displayed. It just needs to exist. Smith still rode the same subway, still worked the same job, still lived in the same apartment. But internally, something matured. He no longer asked, "What can I afford now?" He asked, "What strengthens my position?" That question changed his trajectory.